I want to talk about Ceres. This is probably the best destroyer overall in the game that isn't damage dealing. This is a must-have destroyer, the support type specifically. I've dumped a lot of tech points into this. It also is an excellent aircraft carrier. But the ship that I run constantly throughout the server is this support type. This thing heals really well. It heals all kinds of targets, and this little defense UAV does work. I just want to show a couple of battle reports just from early server. This thing, I'm only running a few of them because I like doing heavy damage aggressive builds against pirates. It heals a lot. You can see, I mean, look at the healing on this thing. In a 3-minute fight against a bunch of super caps, it's basically negating a whole lot of damage while outperforming the new Cretaceous AA ship. This thing is 20 command points, while the support Ceres is 8 command points. So even 2 of these together in this fight still outperforms the anti-aircraft capabilities of the new cruiser. Granted, mine is fully upgraded, this one isn't, so maybe that changes dramatically if you had more tech points in it, who knows. But this thing is amazing. It does a little bit of anti-ship damage, it does a lot of healing, and they cycle pretty quickly, so it can adapt to whichever ships are taking damage and hit them and heal them. So let's go into the build. This is the build I always run for Ceres. Let me get into the blueprint path because for some reason they don't let you see or change it any other way. So this is what I take. My UAVs for the support are all aggressive. I don't really take the evasion. I believe that this evasion applies to the UAVs instead of the ship, but I could be wrong about that. I always just grab the base 5% repair effectiveness, and then this one for the attack priority. This is a great strategy. This is one of the reasons why this ship is so great in a tank fleet all server long. It actually can have quite a bit of healing right before it dies. So these things stay alive longer. They can keep your front line alive a lot longer than you think. Definitely get Apex and then max the structure and HP. You can get some pretty decent HP out of this support ship. Definitely worth having. And then I just grab everything except a frequency for this. I always love getting the lock-on efficiency because one of the things, if you look at the system details of the ships, sometimes their lock-on efficiency is really short, or really long, and this is the long pole in the tent, so you want to just reduce. You'll get the best value out of reducing the one that is the longest, whether that's cooldown or lock-on time. So these are pretty much the same now with this setup. So these, they just hit really well. They're great overall support ships. In my opinion, this is by far the highest healing ship per command point in the game. The CAS auxiliary can heal more, but it's more than twice the command points. So keep that in mind. These ships are amazing. I only, for example, need to run 4 of these, and they keep everything in my fleet alive for the duration of a fight against some pirates. So they're amazing ships. The aircraft version is really fun. It has a mod to reduce the lock-on speed, which means you can run some ships or some airplanes in this. It carries fighters, but you can run fighters that have a really long lock-on time. One of those that I see people doing a lot is Vitus A. And what they'll do, because you can make the cooldown on this so low for your fighters with the frequency, and then a little bit of evasion. You can basically make your fighters really tanky, but what they'll do is they will pair the Ceres aircraft with Vitus A, because the Vitus A attacks against propulsion systems. And so if you really want to be a jerk, and I've had this happen to me when you're in a war with a nasty union, they will pair up Ceres and put a bunch of these in them, and they'll go attack your miners. And they will destroy your miner ships, so you have to rebuild them. Most of the time the miner ships escape and you build them once and you don't have to rebuild them for the whole server. Well, if somebody sends a bunch of these after your miners, and they're flying in Ceres A, they will kill every single one of your miners and you have to rebuild them. So that's kind of annoying. But that's one of the uses I see in wars with this anti-aircraft, or this aircraft type. The other thing that you can use them for is Mistrals, if you have Mistrals, or even Hyridans. Hyridan's weakness is addressed by both the Ceres aircraft and the Predator. But the weakness of Hyridan is its lock-on time. Look at that lock-on time. I don't have any upgrades on this, but that's how you get this thing to hit really hard, is you reduce the lock-on time. I don't think there's any way to reduce the attack duration on it. But even when you're buffing this thing, okay, so you can reduce the duration, but you cannot reduce, I mean, these are just damage buffs, all of these, and hit rates. And there's no way to really reduce. So target selection time helps some. But to really unlock the power of Hyridan, you need to put it in Ceres A with this frequency on, or you put it in Predator. Where's Predator? You put it in either Predator variant where it has this frequency mod. And that makes it select a target much quicker, and you're hitting a lot more for the same amount of battle time, if that makes sense. Ceres C is useless. Don't use it. I've not seen anybody use it. I tried using it more than a year ago. Its role is supposed to be like UAV surveillance, I think is what it's called. Yeah, surveillance UAV. What it's supposed to do is just buff the hit rate of ships, basically super caps, for 30 seconds. And so it's supposed to just help your super caps have a higher hit rate. So maybe if you've got a really high damage railgun that misses a lot, like ST-59, maybe try pairing it with that and see if the battle report shows the buffs are helping and if you see a significant increase in damage. But I mean, for 8 command points for that, no. I'd just rather put something that actually does damage and has a good hit rate by itself in there. So these don't get used. The support type is S-class. The aircraft type, I would say A-class at least for carriers. It's a fantastic carrier. One thing you can do in the aircraft variant is strike assistance. It's not a strategic strike, but you can, with friendly fleets or allied fleets, within 10 Gs, you can go, it says, assist the target engages in close range combat with an enemy fleet. The assisting fleet will launch a strategic strike against the target. So it's basically your aircraft participate in the battle of the ally that you're doing strike assistance for. And when they participate, they can be damaged by the anti-aircraft weapons of the fleet that they're engaged with. So that's why you see these HP recovery mods that you can do, movement speed so they can get to and from the hangars quicker. And then there's a lot of the main strategy that you can upgrade with weapon tech is this HP recovery mod. Most people aren't going to be using that. If you do use it, it's great to switch around. It has a base aircraft recovery of 10%, which makes these amazing. And then it has a decent amount of armor and HP for an aircraft carrier. That's pretty good. And then the support type, obviously just a little bit more tanky. But the main value of this is the amazing anti-aircraft output and the healing that it does. In every battle that you have, you will see the Ceres ship just putting in work. It does so much for your fleet. Absolutely try and target this ship and get it if you don't have it. It's worth dumping a ton of tech points into. I'm trying to find maybe some quicker battles here. There's some other ones. Let me just see. I've just been fighting a bunch of pirates occasionally. Yeah, 25k. It does an amazing job. Ceres is a fantastic ship.